Hello again. Good morning. It is currently morning. I couldn't finish it last night. I got knackered and went to bed. And I've woken up on a beautiful day. The sunshine's still up there, apparently. We're in the UK, so we rarely see it. It's roasting today, hence the attire. But you ain't going to be looking at me, you're going to be looking at this. So, we finished last one by ending this. Well, not ending it, but starting on this. But before we do that, I'm going to fix an issue which I skirted over and should not have done. It's a beginner's tutorial, so I should fix my mistakes properly. So when I had this issue here, and I've just made a render window, so I don't want to render everything just for my system while I've got a camera going. So I need to fix this texture, which is wrong. Wrong! I'm going to head over to viewport, render, or shader. Viewport, is it? Viewport shading. And let's fix this. So I think actually there's a few that I missed. There's 4 there. There might be some elsewhere. But there's definitely some here and some right on the edge that I've missed. So if we select the roof, the house, tab into edit mode, and then under our material properties, we're going to click roof. Click off just to make sure we haven't clicked anything. And then select. And if we click on glass and just click assign, just temporarily so we can see what we've missed clearer. And then if you shift, and I'm just going to shift and box select these ones, it might not seem like it's doing something, but if you then you press, oh sorry, faces, I need to be on faces. So shift select these faces and then click assign and you'll see it change. So it might not seem like it's changing, but it is. So I'm just going along, making sure I'm shift selecting and assigning as I go, just to make sure I haven't missed anything. Come on, guys. Y'all gotta go. Alright. I'm going to turn the subdiv off because I would like to see this a bit cleaner. And I believe, yes, so these guys should also be part of it. Alright. And I reckon that's alright. Let's have a look at the back, shall we? I would expect that needs to be selected. Okay, so grab these guys. Grab these guys. Grab this guy. And then, oh, is he selected? Let's just click assign. Oh, no, on glass, sorry. I think that's all those tiles done nicely. And then let's just fix these so we know shift select that, shift select that. Shift select. You might not have to do this if you didn't miss them, but I did. So I'm having to do it this way. And let me just, yeah, there's 2 there, 1 there. Assign. Okay, I think that's all of them. So now when we click roof and then click assign, we no longer have that dodgy line. Alright. Okay, so let's go back to this. If we start by just correcting the shape, making the shape a bit nicer. Just go into edit mode, edit shading, and add our friend the subdivision surface modifier. Yay. Okay, and first thing, I'm going to tab into edit mode and I'm just going to put a loop cut with Control R. I don't have my thing on once again. And then Control B to bevel it like this. Alright, and let's put a loop cut here to just bring that up to there, and a loop cut at the bottom to sharpen that. Let's put one at the edge and one at the edge. We could have just beveled that. I think if I'm just aiming for a bevel, I could have just added a bevel. Ah well, either add a bevel modifier or do that. Okay, 2, 3. Let me just see how that looks. Might be a bit too smooth up there, so I'm just gonna put one in. Okay, here lies the default cube. So let's give it a material, shall we? So we will head over to shader editor, wherever you've put it, and we want to click new. Let's do viewport shading. So yeah, new, and let's just make it a bit grey for now. Okay. And what we want to do is get that rough effect. I think in the render it might have been a bit too rough, but this one's fairly simple. So if you shift A, we always need a, well, we might be able to get away without a texture coordinate, we'll see. So just add a texture and add a Musgrave. And let's put that into a color ramp. So converter, color ramp. I also have that in my quick menu. So next time I'm just going to say color ramp. You know where it is. So drop that there, drop that there. Let's have a butcher's. Okay, so let's take the detail on the Musgrave up to 15, the dimension down to 0.2, and maybe the scale down to, I'm going to hold shift. Maybe a bit more black. In fact, so now we're going to just change these colors. So the black, I'm going to have a dark gray. The light, I'm going to have a slightly lighter gray. In actual fact, I think I want a bit more white. Well, let's take the scale down to 0.5. Okay, that's cool, that's cool. And we can use the same information for the bump. So Shift A, Vector, bump, and we plug the height into the, first of all, just duplicate, Shift D, this thing here, color ramp, and then reset color ramp. We want black and white. Drop that in there, and then it will be the same pattern, just in black and white. You see, exactly the same pattern. So the bump will follow, and we'll get a nice little edge. So if we put the bump into height, and the normal into normal, and then Control Shift click your principled, and there we go. Although I might have them inverted. Yeah, so it's like eroded in. And clearly it's very reflective. Stone is not that reflective, so... Oh, let's... Actually, no, let's not. Let's do this properly. So add yourself in input a texture coordinate. My Shift and Control and Alt keys aren't coming up down here, but I say it, so you'll know. And let's put that into UV. And then if we tab A to select all, U, cube projection. Now it's nice all the way around. But I would like more visible on the front. So one extra tip about the Musgrave. If you click and change the top menu to 4D, you get this W, which is just basically, sort it right out. You get a random shape. So say that's too much grey, I can just move this, see what other shape I would prefer. And I think I was quite happy around here. Yeah, cool. And if you went, you could put the bump up to 10 and then you go crazy bump. Crazy bump. Oh, I noticed something right here. Let's put that back down to 1. There is some stretching going on here. And it's because, yeah, there's not enough. I'm just going to put a couple of loop cuts in. And then you'll see when I put a loop cut, it doesn't have to stretch between this vertice and wherever the hell the next one is. Oh, it's miles away. So once we put loop cuts in, we'll see this stretching go. See? Go. So as I say, it's just because there was one big face. It just needed a bit more geometry to not stretch. That's Q. And click that. Actually, we need to, it's 9:43. 9 minutes. Might be a bit more than that, I don't know, or less. So that'll do for a bit. When we come back, we'll add the texture to this, place the headstone, and then we'll probably look at adding the fog. Okay, right, I'm going to see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.